Alright, so here's an update for August. It's actually September 5th today, but I didn't get around to doing I usually do the update towards the end of the month, but I didn't get around to doing it last month, so here's a quick look at everything, what we've got going on in the garden here. End of August, beginning of September. Here's the Nepenthes on the porch. Some really nice looking pictures there. So this is Ventricosa. I believe this one that I just showed was Sanguinea. Really nice looking. It's actually got a little spider there underneath. And there's the other Nepenthes hanging up there. It's got quite a few new traps all around it. Look at that one. Look at that. Very nice looking. Anyways, the Nepenthes are doing good. They just love being out here during the summertime. Get some really nice looking pictures on them. You just got to make sure they stay well watered, because in the sun they can potentially dry out, so moisture is key. And just carrying down here, the Trachycarpus. We've had remnants from Hurricane Harvey came through, and it was quite windy, and it blew on the fronds quite a bit, so these used to be straight like that, but now they've got that droopy appearance, which is typical for Trachycarpus. Their fronds are subject to bending in the wind like that, but this palm is really taken off this year. This is the newest frond here that's opened. You can see a new spear right here, another spear right there. So it's just chugging along. Canada lilies have been flowering on and off. There's a sable minor down there getting covered up by them, but once, late fall, early winter comes around, these things will die back to the ground. That sable minor will be exposed. I'm going to relocate some of the cannas to prevent them from blocking out everything. This is called a Thai giant elephant here, Colocasia. It's got really large leaves. I don't know if this was in the last video or not. I think it was, but it was still a little bit small. But it's just growing. So yeah, there's the Thai giant. This is actually a star fruit that I've got growing in a container here. Kind of interesting. And when I brought it, I actually ordered this one from Logi's and got it potted up, and when I repotted it, it went through quite a bit of shock, but it's totally rebounded. Most of these leaves that you see are new growth, and you can see it's got new sections growing all around the plant, so it's doing really good. You got a little growth there, and it's actually kind of sensitive, like a sensitive plant. If you touch it, the leaves will fold down on themselves. So it does kind of move a little bit. Here's the big ice cream banana, and it's popped, and the pups are getting quite large. We've got one pup here, another pup right there, third pup here, and a fourth pup here. So it's currently got 4 pups growing on it, and it's just a large plant. I don't know if it's going to flower this year or not. I'm hoping that it doesn't, actually, because I do store this one and then replant in the early spring. So it's, stored for about 3 months, 4 months out of the year. Probably, December, January, February, bring it back out late March or so. But yeah, it's doing good. I hope it doesn't flower, so that it'll be able to flower preferably early next year. That way it can have a while to produce fruit, because the fruit do need to be on the plant for a while to ripen. These are 2 hibiscus, tropical hibiscus. They've got little flower buds all around here. See if that's focusing in on them. There we go. Yeah, need to be watered. Actually, they're a little dry at the moment. Sable Birmingham here in the pot. This is the coconut palm. It's a true tropical. Pretty difficult to keep growing, but it's actually doing quite well. This is all new growth this year. This is new this year. This is new this year. This is the latest spear right there. So it's just chugging along. Key lime, the Brahms, the bromeliads, all growing up under here. Oh, I was recently in St. Augustine, Florida, and I went to a little shop and just got some air plants, and I set them on the trunk of the Trachycarpus there like that. So they're hanging out there. When it does get cold, they will be moved. Bird of paradise. Move the Trachycarpus seeds around a little bit. They started to get attacked by spider mites over here. This passion flower, you can see it's been attacked by the mites as well, so I'm currently treating it for that. But it did flower. I have some images of the flowers. Fortunately, there's none on it right now. I am gonna stay on top of those mites, make sure they don't, spread around on it. This is the Alocasia, another type of elephant ear, but it's not a colocasia. The sundews are pretty much getting spent for the year. They're gonna start going to dormant here in a little bit. Little seedlings all around here. I did get another Meyer lemon. I don't believe it was in the last update, but this is a bigger tree. So yeah, that'll be fun to grow. Bananas, this guy needs to be repotted. He's getting a little bit big for the little pot there. And then the dwarf Cavendish banana's got a new spear, a new cigar leaf right there coming up. It's doing quite well, looking good. Trunk's getting quite big. It might be starting to get to fruiting size here sometime, but again, I kind of would like the bananas to hold off on fruiting until the start of next year. And then got my little sable palmetto seedlings under there. Madagascar palm's just taken off this year. Need to get it repotted. It's gone a little crazy. Over here we've got the sago palm in the ground. These are all new leaves for this year. Clean it up a little bit. This is a Florida cycad, Florida native cycad. And yeah, we'll go up here real quick. Look at what we've got going on over here. This is the, I believe, Colocasia esculenta, the kind of generic elephant ear, but it's very massive. You can see the size of those leaves there. They're quite large. Sable minor, this plant's doing fantastic. It's looking really good. Really nice plant. Little elephant ear leaf starting to get into it. Meyer lemon, this needs watered too. I'm probably going to be watering everything at the end of this video. But you can see the lemon's really starting to get that yellow color to it. And it's got new growth coming out everywhere. A little bit wilted, but new growth coming out there. The white top pitcher plant, Sarracenia leucophila, they make their most beautiful pictures at the fall, beginning of fall. So, and we've had some cooler temperatures here now, so yeah, it just makes them the best pictures for this plant are towards the end of the year. They're larger and just a little bug on that one there. They're just larger and better. Hardy hibiscus has been flowering still. That did get attacked by the sawfly larvae, hibiscus sawfly larvae. The banana up here got a little blown around in the wind from the Harvey remnants, but it's doing all right. But it's doing okay. This is the teacup elephant ear. It's doing pretty good, and the swamp hibiscus is about spent all of its flowers, so it's just about done. Then over here we've got the cacti, and they are doing pretty good, getting themselves quite established. Some of these guys were planted last year. Actually, they were all planted last year, so they've just about gotten themselves established, and they'll really start putting out some growth. They've already put out quite a bit of growth. That was like 1 or 2 pads, and this was a single pad, that was a single pad, and that was a plant, but it's doing good. Over here we need to get some water. Ooh, this moss has dried quite a bit. That's not good. But over here we've got the Sarracenia minor. It needs to stand straight. Sarracenia minor, tropcat flytrap, all these other Sarracenia over here Sable palmetto. It's doing quite good. It does look like it's got some scale on it. See that? That right there is a scale insect. It's a insect that gets a hard covering over it and it attaches itself. You can see some of them on there. I need to spray this down, make sure I get all the scale out of there. Sable miner, most of the sables are known to attract scale. Sometimes they just kind of live together, but they are detrimental to the plant. So it is best to treat them if you do spot them. And you can see a new frond opening right there. It does have a little bit of scale on it too. New frond starting to open there. And then we've got another spear here. Brand new spear coming up right there. So it's growing quite well. It's produced quite a few fronds this year. Rhapidophyllum hystrix. Got a new spear coming up here. Fronds open there. It's doing good. Good looking plant. Other hibiscus here. Some of these spent flowers. That one will be blooming soon. That one just finished. It's got a nice red color to it. I went ahead and planted the Bootea capitata here. It's a pindo palm, jelly palm. It does, when it gets larger, produces little, kind of like dates. They're not dates though, but they can be eaten. And they're often used to make jelly. That's why it's called the jelly palm. So yeah, we'll see how it does. It's a little bit iffy here, but I do know of some that have been growing here with no winter protection for quite a few years. So, I thought I'd go ahead and put it in the ground. If we do get a really cold winter, I will go ahead and protect it. Angel trumpet. We've got flowers about to open on this. So these are going to be really cool. It's got flowers all around it. Quite a few. They are fragrant. So I can't wait for them to open. This is my first year growing an angel trumpet, and this one's really taken off. I did trim a piece of it off, and I've got it rooting in the backyard, so I do plan to propagate it. The plant will probably die back to the ground over the winter time, but I'm going to mulch it pretty heavily, so it should reemerge as long, barring a catastrophic winter. It should be coming back. Canna lilies here, doing good. Got lots of flowers. Lots of canna flowers here. Nice little plant. The oleander here. It did flower. It doesn't have any flowers currently on it though. But yeah, that was a little update of what's going on here in the upper garden. What I've been doing these past few days, past month or so. But yeah, lots of growth. It'll be interesting to see how this starfruit does. It's grown quite a bit since I've gotten it. So it's should be a fun plant to mess around with. But yeah, I gotta get everything watered, so I'm gonna end it here, and I'll probably make an update, again in about a month or so. So oh wait, I never showed these guys over here. Let's look at these real quick. These are cool. I'm thinking about this area over here just turning into mainly elephant ears, colocasia. I'm a fan of the colocasia, but what I wanted to show is this one here is called white lava, and you can see the leaves are really cool. They're starting to get that mature color to them. That was one that just about started getting there, but this one's really starting to get there. You get this cool white vein going down the center, and then a red purplish spot right there. It's a tropical storm. I went ahead and put it right here too. It's really small, so I don't know if it'll make it through the winter or not. And the Hawaiian punch here is doing pretty good. But yeah, that's a little look around. I do up here, I didn't show this either, I do have the mojito elephant ear right here. It gets really cool variegation to it. So it's still kind of small though too, so we'll see how it does through the winter. And then the teacups, that thing's just propagated itself so much it should be okay. But yeah, there's a quick look at everything, what we've got going on here in the garden. End of August, beginning of September 2017. Thanks for watching.